Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So, Labour. I know it's a bit of a thorny subject for a lot of issue. In my comment section down below on YouTube, I very do often get a lot of people saying, oh, well, good luck for joining, the Labour Party and whatnot, or people have left it. And I understand. I understand that there is a lot of frustration with the party. They are the UK's second, biggest political party in terms of, numbers, members, and, closest to power, I suppose you could say. But we get on to the issue of reach. Because if there's one thing that if you've ever talked to a politician about, it's, that very often a lot of people don't write to them or engage with them very often. And to be honest, if you're an MP and you're trying to engage with people or engage with people on a platform, and spread your message, Dan Jarvis, I think, has said before, sometimes on a Friday for his MP surgeries, he can sit in a room and no one can come. And we also bizarrely live in an age where there's a lot of movement, myself included, want the voting system to change from first past the post to a proportional representation system called single transferable vote, because I think it would be a heck of a lot more democratic, because a lot more people around the world use that system rather than first past the post. It's very much a dominant system for very well established parties, also for the fact that, if the Tories actually now had to compete for more votes, because under a proportional representation they wouldn't get more than about 30% of the vote, meaning they would never ever be in power again, meaning that they would now have to expand their platform to actually try and attract more voters, which in turn would be good, because quite frankly we're seeing a lot, and I mean a lot, of ridiculousness from the current Conservative Party. That is the way, unfortunately, it is, and until we actually change that, it's not going to be, shall we say, much better. So even if you are a Conservative voter, then you should absolutely be for changing the system to proportional representation. Now, a lot of people very often, when we bring this up, well, didn't we have back in 2012 a vote to change our system? Well, yes, we did, except this was to change it to what was called the alternative vote, or the AV vote at the time. And in many ways, if you look at how AV voting works, it's not too much better than proportional representation, not too much better, shall we say, than first past the post. So it left a lot of really people not wanting to vote for it and not even engaging with it. Like I say, it was a very, very low voter turnout actually for it, because not a lot of people were engaged with it. And that's the other thing that it comes to, the key issue, I think, when you're talking about politics as well as people in the UK, and that's engagement. And how many people honestly knew about the fact that last week Labour kicked off its local election campaign with a video just solely broadcast to Facebook? Probably not a lot of people know or even realise that actually happened. And yet I was there watching it, and I was like, oh, come on, guys. This is such a potential easy win for you. And it's something, so easy that they could do, and they're not doing it. For example, that should have not been only broadcast on Facebook. Now, there was a Twitter message, sorry, a Twitter message saying, oh, hey, you know, come watch the launch, which, okay, fine. You're directing some people to go and watch it and know that it was on. However, that doesn't really solve the problem, because as well as live streaming that announcement on your Facebook page, you should have also been live streaming it on Twitter, because there are ways to do that. You could have gone on, live streamed it on YouTube as well. And again, expand the audience, pull your audience in and expose the message to more people. This is what they should be doing when it comes to engaging people. You know, what's the famous saying? If a horse won't go to the river to drink, then bring the river to the horse, something like that. I think it is. It's something like that anyway. But yeah, you see the thing of, we live in such a digital age, and if MPs really do care, not only about their re-election, but about engaging people in politics, as many of them do often talk about, then if people won't go to you, then you should go to the people. You know, Dan Jarvis has a Facebook page. He should be, and this is my message to Dan, I don't know if it'll ever reach him, but my message to Dan is simply this. Every Friday evening, you should be simultaneously live streaming to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, if you can do it at the same time. Again, I'm not 100% sure on the logistics of it. But there's a lot of platforms that you can simultaneously do that to and reach a larger audience. And you can spread the message. For example, many of you may have not seen, Dan has recently launched a new initiative that he's going to borrow a load of money to help with the recovery plan for the Sheffield City region. Now, I've only know about that because I barely just scrolled past it on Facebook, and it's the only thing that I could remember for that particular segment. But imagine if Dan was going live every single Friday evening and going, hey, this is what I'm doing, this is what I did this week, this is why it's good for you. Now, I really, really wish that they would start to do that, because and I know there's a lot of like trepidation about doing it, about, you know, oh, but what about the trolls and things like that? Well, ignore them. Ignore them and reach out to your constituents. And here's an even better idea, because on YouTube and Twitch, you have a thing called Super Chats. What you do, if people want to ask you a question, say, hey, all the money that we get from these Super Chats goes to a charity. You know, we're going to help out whatever charity this stream. If you want to ask me a question, you know, send me a super chat, I'll answer it. And, you know, it helps support a charity, you help cut down on the trolls as well. Not completely, of course, but hey, at least, you know, they've inadvertently probably helped a good cause. So, with that said, thank you for watching. Please do, if you are on YouTube, go down below and have a look at my Patreon page, as well as my one-off donation link, Buy Me a Coffee, where you can, well, buy me a coffee. And thank you to all those people who do support me that way. And as always, we'll see you all next time.